What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about the importance and the power of gratitude and how it can change your life overnight. All right, guys, let's jump right into this. Gratitude is a very key element to actually manifesting the things that you want in life. Now, yes, whenever you are manifesting, you have to be clear and concise about what you want your life to be like, focused on what you want in life like you already have it. But with that being said, that doesn't mean to get away from where your life is currently. There's a lot of people that struggle with the law of attraction and struggle with manifesting simply because they're focused on what they want. They've got every aspect of it ironed out, but they're ungrateful for what they have. They're stuck in the future by not being happy where they're at. Um, and now, granted, I know that everybody's life situation is different, but there's always something to take away and be grateful for from any situation, whether that be you are in a terrible life issues right now with every aspect. Say you've got a really bad relationship that you're just getting out of, you lost, you don't know what you're doing. Um, you have to be grateful for going through that because now it's showing you what you truly want and what you deserve, and it was in your face signs of when to get away from that situation. And same with finances. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you are never really able to go out and do things, but your bills are paid and you have food on the table, then yes, you're not where you are financially that you want to be yet, but you have to put it out there that you are extremely grateful that all of your bills are paid every month. You're not getting called with collections or getting evicted. You're able to eat like you need to because obviously there's people starving. There's people who are unable to eat the food that they need to eat, so they're not going hungry. Um, you might not have the best car, but you need to be grateful that you've got a vehicle to take you where you need to go. And if you're stuck in a really bad negative mental place right now, it's gonna be extremely difficult to sit down and go over everything that you're grateful for. And if you're stuck in this, there's thankfully there's a way around it. Take it back to as basic as you possibly can. What I mean is put it out there that you're grateful to be able to hear this information. You're grateful to be able to watch these videos. You're grateful that you have the ability of your senses so you can go outside and smell the flowers or smell the air right before it rains or fresh cut grass, whatever smells you like. You're able to go and see the rainbow in the sky or the mountains or a lake or whatever you find is very nice to look at. Um, you have to, even if you're stuck in a negative place and you're struggling to find anything to be grateful for because it happens to everybody, you get into a spot where you're just so unhappy that you're just kind of done and you give up. But you need to not necessarily pull yourself out of that, which obviously you do, but you need to be able to pull yourself out of that situation from a third party perspective. And to do this is just kind of analyze your situation like it's not your situation and look for the good in all of it, whether it's the tiniest detail in the whole world, whether that's you have a stray animal, like a stray cat that comes to your house every now and again, and you enjoy seeing the cat because it likes you to come up and pet it or whatever. Say that you're grateful for that. You have to start with anything. Start with the smallest thing possible if that's what it takes. But a really good practice with this, and something that I do every day, is every morning while I'm brushing my teeth, I go over 25 things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes they're the same 25 things for a couple weeks. Sometimes they're always different. It's you don't have to go through every possible thing that you could think of to be grateful for, but just go start small. Start with every morning, say 10 things that you're grateful for out loud. And say thank you all the time, over and over again. I say thank you to anybody that holds a door for me, anybody that lets me over in traffic. I say thank you to green lights, and that's why I never hit red lights anymore. I say thank you for everything, because those two words are extremely powerful, and can literally start to get the ball rolling overnight. And a lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of people don't realize that just simply saying thank you and being grateful for the things around you in the moment will get your manifestations to you 10 times faster. And the faster that you can learn to take a step back and put yourself back in now and go over everything that you've got in your life now that you're grateful for, then the things that you truly want your life to be like will start to fall in your lap. And the longer that you stay focused on what you want and you don't take the time to be grateful for what you have now, then you're never going to get to your end goal that you have for anything, because the way the universe sees it is you are so focused on what you want that it's a desperation, because there's no sense of happiness for what you have now. Because when it comes to manifesting, there's a fine line between being focused on what you want and being focused on the lack thereof. And the lack of gratitude for the things in your life now just goes to say to the universe that I'm focused on these things, but it's not because I have them, it's because I don't have them. And it sounds kind of weird, it sounds a little confusing, like how does that make sense? You're focused on something, you want it so much, so the universe reads it as, it's not in my life, so don't give it to me. It's kind of hard to understand that, but if you take a step back and think about it, the universe will give you what you want in life as long as it gets put out there that you already have it. And feeling the feelings of having the job you want, the money you want, the relationship, whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, without feeling happy for what you have now, you're just going to either be stuck where you're at now, or things are just going to fall into your lap left and right. And it's going to start to happen fast. The more gratitude that you pour into your life right now, then the faster everything's going to start coming to you, and the faster everything's going to start altering, because it's the universe is saying, okay, well, you know what? You're really focused on this, but you're not focused on it out of a desperation standpoint anymore, because if you weren't to get any of this, you'd be perfectly fine with what you have now. You'd be happy, you'd be good to go. So if you don't have that little gray area, so to speak, between what you want and what you have, to where you're not focused on now, but you are, is when everything's just going to fall into place. So I want you guys to comment down below 3 things that you're grateful for. It doesn't matter what they are, big, small, something that you think is weird, Doesn't matter. Type down in the comments below 3 things that you're grateful for, and I will reply, and we can talk back and forth about these.